You're in the middle of this long stretch of conference games in the best conference in the country. What are the challenges of playing a game against a team like Central Arkansas that you face tonight?
Man, I think understanding that this is just as important as an ACC game, right? A lot of people like to say like, oh, it's non-conference, it's not. It's most definitely, sometimes even more important, right? Like these are the type of games we have to take care of. We have to get a result. But yeah, just finding a way to get yourself up and ready for this type of game on a Tuesday night, that's the hardest part.
Yeah, 100% agree with Cesar. I find these even harder than I'd say like some away games or ACC games, because they're like, as Huddy says it, he calls them trap games. So I think mentally it's more a challenge. You have to be prepared mentally the entire game, 90 minutes. Last 2 minutes add a shot and go. So just yeah.
You get your first goal tonight. Walk us through that play. How did that unfold, and what was it like? What did it feel like when you scored?
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, I think it started as a throw-in because I was out on the sideline. I just try to find a way to get back into the box. I saw Nico was going to deliver it. He delivers it. I just see it pop out, and all I could think was just get it on target. I saw that far corner, and he was a little bit over to the right side, so I just kind of placed it, and he couldn't get down quick enough. So, I was ecstatic to see it hit the back of the net. This is my second game back from injury, so yeah, extremely happy.
It looked like there were a lot of bodies between you and the goalkeeper. Was he partly screened on that? Do you know?
To be honest, I can't fully remember. I just saw the green jersey and the open net, hit it in the open side. That's all I can remember. But yeah.
You guys had to be focused all the way to the end. Martin, you made a couple really nice saves. One with the one hand, and then you cleared it off the line. And then the second one as well, which might have been even more difficult where you dove for it. What's difficult about moments like that in tight games, especially in a match where maybe you weren't tested as much in those situations coming into those moments?
I think the most difficult part about that is being dialed in the whole 90 minutes, and knowing that at any moment there can be an opportunity for the other team, and you have to just be ready for that next shot. You never know, it can come in the 92nd minute, 93rd minute, and just always, as a keeper, our job is to prevent a goal, shot stopping, and I think that's one of my main qualities. And I'm just proud, that today I was able to contribute to that. And I was telling the boys it's a whole team win. So yeah.
As someone who doesn't score a lot, what's more gratifying, scoring the goal or getting that save off the back line after it went off of Martin's hand to help preserve the shutout?
I told him right away after the game, you kept us alive. My goal helps us win, but that save helps us win as well, right? That's big time. If that hits the back of the net, we're walking off the pitch devastated, right? So it's those type of moments, being able to defend our box, being able to score goals, and we got to help the attackers as well. We can score too, set pieces, things of that nature, and I think we're starting to help more and more as a back line. We got Owen on 2 goals, Brock helping out on that goal against Stanford, and then me today, and those saves, man, that's big time for us. That's huge. Yeah.
Brock Pope went out late in the first half. Lamar came in. As a goalkeeper, do you even notice when the pieces in front of you are interchanged in that back line?
Honestly, yes and no. I think Brock and Lamar, they're different players. They both have their qualities, but at the end of the day, they want to win. They have the same mentality. Their mindset, I think, separates them from a lot of people in the other leagues. They just have a winning mentality, and I just love, Lamar loves to play out from the back. He's always, let's play, keep it on the ground. Brock, same thing. Brock wants to score headers on top in corners. And I'm proud of Lamar, to coming in, and, it's been tough for him. Last year he started all games, but I'm proud of Lamar, coming in, taking that role again and doing his job. So.
Well, what's the difficulty in playing in a game? This could be for either of you guys, where where the weather changes and the wind kicks up while the game is going on. You know, you start and you warm up one way, and then all of a sudden, you know, you got a 25-mile-an-hour wind at some points. Is that just par for the course, or is that difficult to adjust to as the game's going on?
For me as a goalkeeper, when I was young, the wind, I would always want to play in the beginning, first half, against the wind to get it over with. And, you know, second half, have the wind, so we can have an advantage second half. You know, we need to come back or, you know, score goals. But I think, you know, I did notice the wind and the weather, but I won't, like I said, just being dialed in 90 minutes, you know, just being in the moment. I think that's the main priority.
Yeah, and I'll say just understanding that that's like another factor that we have to consider, right? If they're with the wind, which is what they were in the first half, we got to drop a little deeper, right? We have to get into our drop step a little bit quicker. We got to take that into consideration. And then in the second half, we know it's going to hang up a little bit more. So maybe adjusting our body the right way to where we can move forward and attack the ball. Like just those type of things, especially with that speed they had up top. You know, we had to be aware of that long ball. And luckily in the second half, it was a little bit harder to get in behind us just because of the wind holding up the ball. So, yeah.
You all had 3 shots at halftime and 15 in the second half. What was discussed at halftime, and what changes were made, or what was said to sort of open up the floodgates there in the second half?
Yeah, going into the locker room, we knew we had to put this away. We felt we were in control. We were kind of putting ourselves into trouble from time to time in that first half, and we knew if we can come out and get another goal, we can put the game away. And that gave us some fuel to just be hungry and get after them. We were a bit unlucky not to put it away early, but yeah, we wanted to get after them right away.
That's what he said.
Coach Hudson has talked during the year about learning to finish out games when you get a lead. Well, you got a lead 6 minutes in, and so you had to kill off 84 minutes. What did you think about, especially late, the way your team handled that? Obviously, you got the result you wanted, but what did you think about the way your team held them at bay and finished it off?
For me, I think we did a decent job. We finished other games better, like, you know, kicking them in the corner, wasting time. I just think we're, like, at the end, we're very, like including me, I had a throw to Nico where I should just waited and just kicked it up. Kiki was yelling at me the whole time. But, I mean, yeah, I told him it's my fault, you know. But I think we did a decent job, you know, and I knew another shot was going to come, like, at any moment, so I was prepared, you know, that's my job, but I think we did a good job.
Yeah, and I would agree. I thought we did a decent job. I thought there was moments where we kept the ball well from time to time, but there was a couple of times where we were a bit naive, playing too quickly without us being set, and then that would lead to transitional plays, and that's where they were taking shots from like 30, 25 yards out. And it was dangerous, right? We gotta limit that, prevent them from attacking us as much as possible.